Hi, my name is Loren. I'm speaking to you from the beautiful Banana Republic known as Florida. And today's topic is Curtis Jackson, better known as 50 Cent, his book, Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter. This book provides you some very important insights on what it takes to be successful in this world. And I'm just going to quote a few short quotes from the book, which will provide you with plenty to work with from here on. Alright, so he starts out the book with he writes about fear a lot. Fear is what's stopping people from living the lives that they want to live, accomplishing what they want to accomplish. It's fear. So let's start with a couple of quotes that Curtis included in his book. He chose these two. First one's from Shakespeare. Shakespeare wrote, "Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once." And he also chose Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who basically established the philosophical school known as Stoicism. And Marcus Aurelius writes, "Fear dominates most lives. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. It is not death that man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Marcus Aurelius. And back to 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. Curtis writes, "Fear dominates most people's lives. Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. What lives on the other side of fear isn't danger or even death, but freedom." And Curtis also writes that a strong passion stance is what separates the hustlers who win from the people who always stand in place. Or also always seem stuck in place, actually. Alright, so again, a strong passion stance is what separates the hustlers from the okay, let's try again. A strong passion stance is what separates the hustlers who win from the people who always seem stuck in place. I bet you're stuck in place, but we can work on that. To be an effective hustler, you must be able to identify what you want without, okay, that's the end of the sentence. To be an effective hustler, you must be able to identify what you want without a clear vision. Your hustle is never going to take you anywhere. When you force yourself to articulate your vision in words, you set a powerful energy in motion. You give something that was just a thought, a feeling. You give something that was just a thought, a feeling, a real presence in the world. You make it a real thing. In order to get the most out of your hustle, you have to be able to clearly define what you're working for. Yeah, it's back to that vision thing, right? You need to know exactly what you want. You need to articulate your vision, write it down. Everything, say, for example, don't say, I'd like to make enough money to retire soon. No, you say, no, I want to live in a luxury high-rise on the beach, and I want to have a Maserati and a Lamborghini in my garage, and if I want to, I will catch a private jet to Kirks and Caicos to get away from things for a while, and be able to do all the other things. Just write down all the other things you want to do with your life. Go to Paris and have a torrid romance, for instance. Write it down. Don't put any limits to what you want to accomplish in your life, how you want to live. So once again, by identifying your vision and giving it a name, you're taking a big step toward realizing your goal. So writes Curtis Jackson. Curtis writes, what separates me from the pack is that I'm willing to hustle harder and make more sacrifices than 99% of the population. 99% of the population, you see. Remember the film and the book that came out? Yeah, it was yeah. I'm just free. Oh my goodness. Right. I can't remember. It's such a simple thing. Okay. Anyway, this book came out that all you had to do was visualize what you wanted and wait for it to come to you. No, you're not gonna wait. Or it's gonna take a lot of sweat equity. More than 99% of the population is willing to put out there. All right. And he says you have to have strategies. His strategies included building a strong crew, embracing evolution, being able to adapt to circumstances, and to reinvent yourself if necessary. Yeah, you have to evolve or die. It's really the truth, more so than ever today. You have to know your value. And I might add myself, you have to value yourself. And then the last strategy is controlling perception. How you see yourself is how people will see you. And comfort, I've learned, writes Curtis. Comfort, I've learned, is a dream killer. It blinds your vision and promotes complacency. Okay. Curtis Jackson writes, you need to bend fear into moments of action at every opportunity, because the fearless recognize and often reward one of their own. You want to attract the people who can help you, who can open the doors for you, offer you the deal that you've been looking for. You have to project the same fearlessness that they have. All right, and the best way to get past the fear that's holding you back is first to acknowledge it, then come up with a plan to get past it. Yeah, you have to write down what your fears are, write them down, and write down how you're going to overcome them and get past them. Yeah, okay, getting back to Curtis Jackson, if you're not hustling your absolute hardest, you're never going to reach your real potential, your full potential in life. I know it's hard, isn't it? But you have to hustle. Yeah, hustle. The neighborhood takes you to, Curtis writes that, the neighborhood teaches you to follow the instinctive routes. It's an invaluable power to possess. How do you? You didn't grow up in a dangerous, violent slum, so how do you develop instinct and insight? Well, for me, it's through quiet. Put yourself in a dark room where the telephone is off and there's no TV or radio. Just sit there in silence in a dark room, meditate, visualize, contemplate, and your subconscious will give you what you need to know. It'll come back to you as an out of the blue, a bolt out of the blue, and you have to act on that quickly, too, if I may add. All right. And so let's get back to Curtis Jackson. He writes, you have to incorporate some activity into your lifestyle that allows you to disconnect from the noise of the past and present and reconnect with the gut feeling in the moment. I've already gone over that. Again, sit down in a quiet, dark room and contemplate, meditate, and contemplate in silence. Keep it silent, and it will come to you. Yeah. A skilled hustler will always strategically assess all the risk and rewards before he commits to something. So, somebody offers the deal you've been looking for, you still need to evaluate the upside and downside of the deal, and you have to do some research on the people who are providing the opportunity. You have to know there are people that really can follow through on what they're telling you they're going to do. All right, and Curtis writes, surround yourself with people who can help support, grow, and articulate your vision. They can do it right and will help take you to the top. If you do it wrong, if you're surrounded with the wrong people, they can derail your vision before it ever gets on track. I might add, it's been said quite often, and I believe quite truthfully, the 5 people that you spend the most time with, the average of your income, of your wealth, will be determined by the 5 people that you surround yourself with most of the time. You don't have to abandon family and friends, but you don't include them in your inner circle. Understand? You don't tell them what you're going to do. You just do it, and then they can find out later. But if you tell them what you want to do and they're not the right people, they'll just discourage you from doing what you want to do. They're called dream stealers for a reason. Average person, stay away from the average person. You have to surround yourself by extraordinary people. How you do that, I don't know myself. If I can't find them, I just stay by myself. All right, I'm not going to hang out with mediocrity and failure. It's as simple as that. I believe that's very important. All right, one more very important quote, and then I'm going to say goodbye for now. You need to match strategy to circumstances, influencing how people perceive you, and makes you someone who knows how to control energy to your advantage. Let me read that again. Match strategies to circumstances, influencing how people perceive you, makes you someone who knows how to control energy to your advantage. So, remember, again, I'll say it again. Match strategies to circumstances, influencing how people perceive you, makes you someone who knows how to control energy to your advantage. Energy. We're going to go more into energy, how you can use it to your advantage. Like 50 Cent says, 50 Cent knows it all. And with that, I'm going to say adios, amigos. Hasta la vista, baby.